Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here, or you've been here before and haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And drop your comments. Love the comments. Thumbs ups are really important. Well, now that I got that out of the way, let's talk Knicks. Let's talk Knicks versus Bulls. This was Knicks almost pulled out a game they had no business being in. They did not play well in the first quarter once again. They only scored 20 points. But somehow, with only a minute and 17 left in the third quarter, the Knicks had the lead. That's right. They had the lead thanks to Julius Randle, who gave us a tremendous night offensively. He really did. Derrick Rose, I'll get back to him. I'm disappointed with Derrick Rose's night tonight. I know that's gonna hurt a lot of the Rose Hive and his fans, but he didn't have it tonight, guys. You know, and in fact, not just gonna point it out to him, not just gonna focus on him only, but the entire second unit. This might be the first time that the entire second unit in the second half specifically lost this game for the Knicks. That's right, because the Knicks had a 6-point lead. It was 74-68 with only a minute and 17 left in the third quarter. And guess what happened? Julius Randle was subbed out. Yep. Guess what else happened? RJ Barrett was subbed out. Even though RJ had a terrible shooting night, he was subbed out. And who was the other guy that was subbed out? Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, Julius, he made a dunk. Julius made a dunk with a minute 17 left from a Kemba assist. Kemba, by the way, should have closed this game. Yeah, I know. I'm going to piss all of you off tonight, but I'm just going to tell you what happened. This is what happened. Knicks lost 109-103. The game was actually closer than the score. Even the 6 points deficit even reveals. But with Alec Burks enters the game for Fournier with a minute 17 left. Emmanuel Quickley enters the game for RJ Barrett. Yeah. And, actually, Julius stayed in the game. But at that point, then DeMar hits an 11-foot pull-up jump shot. Then he makes another pull-up jump shot to cut the lead to 74-72. And that's how the third quarter ended. So you gave up 4 points to close that quarter. And guess what happened in the fourth quarter? All right. The Knicks only scored 3 points. Only 3 points until Obi Toppin made his three-pointer with 8:33 left. Oh, no, that's not. Yes, with 8:33 left. The Knicks only scored 3 points. So for a 4-minute and 28-second stretch at the end of the third quarter and beginning of the fourth quarter, the Knicks were outscored 15-3. Now, I want to tell you guys, I had already recorded this and something happened with the sound again and it was out of sync. So I have it rewatching while I'm doing my uploading stuff and it was out of sync. It was so annoying because it was a really good recap. So I'm kind of going out of order here. But during the interim, when I rebooted my computer and whatnot, I got to watch Thibs' post-game. And I was shocked when he said, I thought we had a good thing going at the close of the third quarter and beginning of the fourth. I don't know what game he was watching, because when you're outscored by 12 in a 4.5 minute stretch in crunch time, I don't know how you can call that a good close and a good open to a fourth quarter. So I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he was confused. I don't know. It's tough to lose. I mean, he's going back to Chicago where he had his greatest success. So who knows? Maybe his memory got messed up, but it was a minute and 17 left in the third quarter. The Knicks were up 78-68 with only 8:52 left in the game. The score was 83-77. So you do the math. That's 15-3. That's where the game was lost. But something happened. Let's get to the highlights here. In fact, let's skip the first half highlights. Let's go to the second half. Because for the first time in quite a while, the starting unit that came out of the locker room to play the second half actually performed. They actually woke up. They actually almost got this game to the W. That's right. They outscored the Bulls 29-21 in that third quarter. And that's still including brain farting away those 4 points at the end. So they would have been even more impressive. But the Bulls outscored us 37-29. We let the Bulls get 37 points in the fourth quarter because Kobe White woke up. DeMar DeRozan got a luck. That wasn't in the fourth quarter where he got that lucky bank shot 3, desperado shot. But there was a play. Look at that. Look at that. That's Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker should have closed this game, Thibs. He should have closed it. Derrick didn't have it. He didn't have it tonight. Now, I know maybe because it was the back-to-back, you were worried about his knees or whatnot. But look at this play. Even though RJ missed it, he came back. This was a key play. Now a play is going to come up, and I'm going to point this out because this play that's coming up to show you was the difference in the game. The score, the Knicks were only down 3 points. After they had kind of gave away the lead, they fought back, clawed back to get back in it. And we had to play a lot of small ball because there was no Mitch, no Taj, and Nerlens was in foul trouble because he made a lot of stupid fouls, unnecessary fouls. I don't understand your mentality when you approach the game, Nerlens. You know that we're thin at that position, and then you're all going flying around making stupid fouls. Come on, man. Play with some discipline. We need you. All right, this is not the play, but you're going to see. Look, boop, free throw, easy 2. This is DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan. He's been feasting his whole life doing this. Then Kobe White hits this 3. So then they took the lead right there. 75-74. Look who's on the court. Look who's on the court. Obi's on the court. Burks is on the court. Rose is on the court. Quickly's on the court. Okay? Then, all right, here we go. I'm kind of, and Nerlens is on the court here. So I'm waiting for the play, and it involved RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. RJ gave us 15 rebounds tonight, his career high, even though he only shot 2 of whatever garbage he shot. 2 of 12. Missed both his 3-pointers. All right, here's the play. No, this is not the play. It's coming up. Look, here's another soul-crushing play. But look, the Knicks were still keeping it close. Look, plenty of time left to pull this game out. Obi, that's one of the reasons Obi didn't play much. He was not in the right spots when he should have been defensively. He gave up 2 big 3-pointers in crunch time. But man, Randle offensively, he was there. That was a great 3-pointer by Quick. All right, so here we go. It's 93-88. About 5 minutes left in the game. This was the only 3-pointer that Burks hit. Even though Burks played a decent game, 13 points, 3 of 6 overall, he only hit 1 of 3 of his 3-pointers. All right, so this is coming up. Look, the score's only 2 here. Boom. All right. Well, yeah, that's not an easy shot. He's going to hit that shot. Now it's a 4-point game. Julius, he goes to work. Yeah, there we go. He powers that in. Look at that. Rims around the toilet bowl. All right, again, we gave up some more points. Now we're down 6 with 1:40 left. Julius. See, Rose didn't connect. Julius hit that. He got the N1. Here it is. Here's the play. Look, RJ, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? That was the game right there. Why? Why are you helping out there? Julius had him. Julius had him. And why are you turning your back to the all-star on the team? Zach LaVine. You leave him way out there. And who is got the ball? DeMar DeRozan. The man, he's a former all-star himself. He's going to find the open guy. If he knows, you have to understand game situation. He understands. Julius is guarding him. He understands if you commit to try to help on him, that means you're leaving your guy wide open because he's a smart player. You got to be a smart player. You got to be just as smart as him. You can't turn your back to your guy. So what do? You turn your back. He finds him. He rips past you for an easy bucket. And that was the game. So there you go. You shot like shit, but you rebounded. You played some good defense in the first half. But your help defense right now is trash, brother. In fact, Thibs, I'm talking directly to you. You've got to fix this. You can't have guys making these kind of mistakes at crunch time. how are you supposed to win against a good team? Now, mind you, I actually am not. I am more upset. I'm more bothered. Let's use the word bothered. I'm more bothered by the win the other night over the Rockets than I am by the loss tonight to the Bulls, and I'll explain why. Who's in first place right now in the East? Who's in first place? Chicago Bulls. That's right. So when you go to someone's home court, and if you drop a close game because you put your effort, and they put effort out there. The effort was there tonight. That's one thing I got to say. Effort was there tonight, and that's why they almost had a chance to win this game. But you should have pulled it out, man. If you had pulled this game out, it would have compensated for that loss to Cleveland. I'm incredibly frustrated, but at the same time, I feel a little bit better about what's happening. The downsides are, let's just go to the stats. The downsides are, here's the game flow. This is what I'm talking about. You can see it right there. The Knicks only one bucket for almost a 5-minute stretch in the key part of the game. So that was it. So things I'm positive, things I feel good about. I thought Kemba's second half performance was probably the best second half performance that I've seen probably since he played Chicago last time. He scored 21 points against Chicago last time. The other positives are Burks had another solid game, played some really good defense. No assists though. 3 rebounds. Obi's stat line looks good, but when you watch the plays where he brain farted and he gave up those open looks, again, same issue. Why are you over-helping? It's over-helping. Don't help so much. Stick with your guy. Think about the situation of the game. A 3-point shot is going to brutalize you much more. An open 3-point shot is going to brutalize you much more than someone makes a tough 2, because you know what? That tough 2 may actually be a miss, and then someone can get the rebound. Then you can fly in for the rebound. If you see the guy committing to make the bucket, then you fly in for the rebound. But you don't leave your guy wide open. Twice against Kobe, you left him open, and Lonzo, you left him open. And those 2 3-pointers swung the game in the Bulls' favor, and they never really let go of it after that. Another negative, unfortunately, Evan Fournier was not able to build upon the nice shooting night that he had the night before against the Rockets. And he missed all 3 of his 3-pointers, 1 of 7 he shot. But Julius Randle, 13 of 19, fabulous. The rest of the team only shot 22 of 65. So that means they only hit 33.8% of their shots. Meanwhile, he was cooking. However, a lot of ISO. But here's the thing. If you're going to do ISO, deliver. You did tonight. So that's good. That's a positive. Only 3 assists. In fact, but you did have 10 rebounds. Let's just get to it, man. Let's get to. So here's the plus minus. He was a plus 6. No, Nerlens minus 10. Kemba was a minus 4, but a lot of that was in the first half. He actually was able to close that down. RJ Barrett, even though with his 9 points that came on 12 shots, of which he missed 10, he still finished plus 6. Because of the rebounding. The rebounding. I mean, that's the deal there. But look at Obi, a minus 13. So Obi had 10 points. 1 more point than RJ, but was a minus 13. That's interesting. And it shows. You can see it when you're watching the game. You're like, wow, that didn't look good. That didn't look good. The second unit was not the second unit we've seen recently. And again, maybe it's because the second game of a back-to-back. And the second unit, they played actually very well last night. They've been carrying. I mean, the second unit, let's just be honest, the second unit has been carrying this team almost the entire season. So they're due for an off night, and tonight was that off night. Fortunately, Randle just powered the team, but it wasn't enough. The 34 points wasn't enough. We needed a 40-point night from him to be able to pull this game out. Yeah, that's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. Look at it. DeMar DeRozan, 31 points, shot 10 of 20, hit both of his 3-pointers. He's not a 3-point shooter. He got that one was a lucky bank shot, and then that other one, I think was from the corner as well. That hurt. Lonzo, 11 points, wasn't really much of a factor except for that one big three-pointer he hit in the fourth quarter. Caruso fouled out. They were baiting Julius, excuse me. They were baiting him into ISO play by putting Caruso on him in the first half. And it was kind of working, but ultimately Julius got the better of it. Zach, he scored 10 of his 21 points in the fourth quarter. So he had been neutralized for 3 quarters. So that, you got to say, tip your cap to Burks and to RJ. They did a decent job defensively on him. Kobe White, he had been having a tough time from the three-point line. He woke up, hit 3 of 6 of his, 5 of 11, 14 points. That was a killer. That was a killer. But I want you guys to focus once again on the most important stat for this particular team. Well, 2 of the most important stats. You know what I always talk about? The 3-point attempts. 3-point attempts, they only attempted 27. Now, they weren't hitting them. You know, the Knicks shot about 26% from the 3-point line. But here's the thing. If you keep shooting them, like they did the other night, maybe in the fourth quarter you get hot and you hit 6 of 11 of them. I wish they had kept shooting them, but they didn't. So, okay. But what's the reason behind the 16 measly assists? Come on. Come on. How are you supposed to win without moving the ball, without sharing the ball, without getting easier looks? Look, the ball travels faster than feet. So, if you keep swinging the ball around, you'll eventually find a guy who's wide open with a nice look and he can shoot it in rhythm. It's not rocket science. Do it. It's sports science. It's easy shit, man. Just do it. Keep the ball moving. Now tonight, Randle happened to be making a lot of his shots, but this is the first night that we've seen him like this, other than the Celtics game, the opening night that I can remember. So this is not the way the Knicks have to play. This is not the way. We didn't unlock some formula tonight, but I do like Randle's ability to take a game over for a stretch. We just don't want him to do it for the whole time because it puts everyone else out of sync. They need touches. Everyone on the starting unit needs to get their hands on the ball so they feel involved. They feel like they're in the flow of the offense. They're in rhythm, and it emboldens them on the defensive end. But I must say, the Knicks in general, other than giving up 109 points tonight, for the 6 previous games to this one, they had kept opponents under 100 points. That's right. They were allowing only 99.8 points per game for the 6 previous games to this one. So this narrative that, oh, the Knicks defense sucks. No, that's an old narrative. This team has figured something out defensively. Now what they got to do is figure it out offensively. Come on, Kemba, Evan, hit your shots, man. Hit your shots. Demand the ball and swing the ball. If you keep sharing the ball will come back to you. Come on, let's do this. And also, look, I mean, the rebounding, it was even. We should have dominated them on the boards. They're not a good rebounding team. They didn't even have Vooch. Now, we didn't have Mitch and Taj, but still. Excuse me. Because I already did a whole recap, so I'm doing it all over again. Oh, man, look at that. They shot almost 38% of their threes. They only put up 2 more attempts than we did, but they connected on 4 more. But here's the thing. If we had put up 2 more, those might have been good. Just because you're missing doesn't mean you're going to continue missing. This I know from my own personal experience. I am a shooter. I've always been a shooter, and I always believe that I'm going to make the next shot. You just have to keep doing it. You just have to be fearless like that. Not that I'm on any level. I'm not. But what I'm saying is the mentality is what you need to maintain. These guys have to keep doing it. They have it. They're too good of shooters. They're going to figure it out. It's going to happen. I believe in this team. And there were some positive things that we can glean off this loss. And hopefully they're going to come back home and we're going to destroy the Lakers in the Garden. That's something I really want. And I hope if they put the same effort that they put into this game Tuesday night, I think they can pull off the victory. Now, we're going to need Mitch or Taj back, one of them, because Lakers are big. They have size, and we're going to need some size to combat that. So let's hope that happens, guys. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching this. I really appreciate your support. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so and hit the thumbs ups and drop your comments. I want to hear your feelings about how this game turned out. Whether did this game, encourage you a little bit, or did it just continually, was it still just as demoralizing as the win that we just had? I want to hear what you guys feel. And what else? I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.